Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament, martial law.
Larry Fantal, who just sold one of his companies to Warren Buffett for over $4 billion, meeting
New challenger.
looks you in the eye, he shakes your hand, he pulls you toward him, inches from his face, and says, I want you to come work with me. This guy's one of the most intense people I've ever met about recruiting. Everyone customers, vendors, strangers, waiters, waitresses, doormen, kids, anyone, anywhere. Larry Fantal knows. To build a great company, you need great people. Larry runs a multi-billion-dollar company involved in real estate, insurance, technology, and automotive. He doesn't think small. He doesn't think little. Anything that he operates, anything that he runs, or anything he goes into, and with almost an incomprehensible work ethic that exists in some state well beyond enthusiasm, Larry knows. People, people, people. Mr. Fantal spends most of his time recruiting obsessed, or looking for and recruiting obsessed, all in, unbelievable, great people who become an extension of his own all-in, obsessed mentality. He's constantly searching for hungry people who have an inner drive to show up early and stay late. That's in complete contradiction to what I hear from so many other business people, which is, I can't find good people. Larry's out there looking for that great person. Look, ask any great business person how they built their business, and somewhere in their answer, they're going to credit having surrounded themselves with great people. Simply put, to be the best, to be obsessed, to stay obsessed, to be all in all the time, you will have to surround yourself with the best. And that means other people obsessed like you. Look, you want people on your team who will do anything to see your business succeed, who will jump off a building for you, will run through walls, and believe they can fly because of you. If you don't have anyone like that working for you, shame on you. It's not their fault. Hey, it's your fault. You made a decision. There's nobody out there. When you keep running around saying, there's no great people, guess what? You're not going to see any great people. You can't grow a business. You can't grow an idea without surrounding yourself with people who have the kind of commitment, not just smart people, maniacs, fanatics, crazies, the obsessed. You cannot be the only maniac in the house. You have to surround yourself with other people that think like you. You can't grow a business without hiring people who share your obsession. It's tough enough to be married, to stay married, to have kids around you, to be in a family with people that don't understand your obsession. Look, there's other obsessed people out there. It's not just me and it's not just you. We're not the only two people walking on this planet that are all in crazy maniacs obsessed. You need to make the obsessed mindset a part of your business culture from the top down, from you down, and surround yourself. Don't be frustrated you can't find them. Yes, it's tough. It was tough to find you. All great organizations have more than one great person in them, all of them. Get beyond the one-man show. Look, great organizations like yours, like the one you're going to build, are never one-man shows. There are 22 million licensed small businesses in America that have no employees. That is 3/4 of all small businesses have 0 employees. People committed to just running the show by themselves. Forbes suggests that 75% of all businesses operate with one person or less. And the average income of those companies is a sad $44,000. Look, that's not a business. That's torture. That's a prison where you, the owner, are both the warden and the prisoner, constantly working for yourself, someone you now hate. You understand what I'm saying? You can't go it alone. Look, what makes a person start a business and then be the only person who works there? That's not a business, okay? Are they committed to staying small? Are they so committed? Are they obsessed with little, tiny, 0? Or maybe an entrepreneur decides that because the talent pool is so poor, and that's true, it is poor, it is terrible. Let's admit, it is an awful talent pool. But that admission means what? That you can't hire anyone, you can't find one good person who can do it as well as you, and then they give up. Look, my guess is the latter. Most people are just basically giving up on the idea that they can find anyone. Most people have just given up and said, look, it's easier to do everything myself. I know, I totally understand it. I find myself doing things myself too often. But you can't expand and you can't grow and you can't get obsessed with the new goals and new dreams if you're tied to yesterday's goals and dreams. Look, I know, because that's what I did for the first part of my career. And it was literally that close to suicidal. It was so crazy. Because my business was totally dependent on me, only on me, I was barely able to survive, much less grow my business. The first 10 years, that's how I operated. Instead, what I did was I contracted another company to promote my seminars, to do something I had been doing. I needed to start giving away some of those activities. Now, I'm not talking about delegating here. I'm talking about collaborating and creating partnerships with other people who could actually get rewarded for doing the things that were tying me down to yesterday so that I couldn't get to tomorrow. When I hired one person to assist me out of my home office, I thought I was so smart. Keep it small, Grant. Keep it small, keep it tight, keep it easy. Keep your expenses low. Run a tight ship was my thinking. Bigger isn't always better. These things had been told to me by other entrepreneurs, by the way, that had failed getting big. So they decided getting big wasn't bigger and shared that information so freely with me. Okay, all that free advice that ends up costing me millions. These were the things that I told myself had been told to me by others earlier to justify why I shouldn't grow my business. Here's the deal. If you're obsessed with expansion and growth and dreams, okay, and a big life, grow your business. For years, I bragged about how well I was doing on my own, staying small. It's nothing to brag about. Then I started my second company with a partner. It was a consulting business that I ran parallel to my seminar business. This consulting business quickly grew. It outgrew the first business because my partner was hiring people, adding people. Some of these people I didn't agree with. Some of these people didn't dress, talk, act the way I wanted to. But he was expanding his business. And in fact, the first year expanded his business to be the same size or a bit bigger than my business that had been operating for 7 years. Even after resisting bringing other people into the company, because I had this idea that I didn't want the headaches, I didn't want the problems, and I didn't want the cost. Here I watched my buddy, my partner, my new partner, expanding his business. My margins on the first business, by myself with an assistant, where I had no employees basically, was great. The margins were incredible, but I couldn't grow the top line. If you can't grow the top line, look, it doesn't matter how big your margins are. 100% margin on $100 is $100, okay? A 10% margin on $1 billion, you get the point, okay? I have since learned that where all my attention and effort should have gone was on expansion. But with the efforts of one person in one contracted marketing company, I was starting to be able to expand just a little bit. Look, I know there's a lot of speakers out there. So there's a lot of business gurus that run their own businesses the way I used to. One-man shows. That is not a business. That is a consultant. That is a talker. They're simply one-man shows. Simply a guy or gal going out, collecting a fee, selling time, a few books, and saying they're a business consultant. That's fine. But they're not growing their business. And when they're out speaking, notice what happens. When I was out speaking 250 days a year, it made it impossible for me to grow my business. In fact, I was terminating all those activities that will allow me to do just that. So what did I do to figure out my problem? Here I am, I'm 35 years old, staying small. I got a partner with this guy. He starts growing. I got this other guy that's marketing my seminars. I'm seeing a little bit of growth. I step into the real estate deal a little bit, but I'm still small. I know I have the potential to do something big, and I'm not. So I start studying other people. Look, when you're lost, find somebody that you can't outgrow and become obsessed with that person. Emulate them, study them, immerse yourself in what they're doing. I start studying other people and other great companies that had made it big, that had done something monster, and discovered, first of all, that they all got employees. All these things I started realizing, oh my God, they all got employees. They're all international. They have their own aircraft. And this starts smashing up against the thinking that I was brought up with, was to stay little, to stay small. The reality is, look, you cannot have a great business, a great brand, a great anything, frankly, if you just do it yourself. You need to add other people, even if it's painful, even if it costs money. Look, if you don't believe me, try naming one truly great, successful person, some ongoing business, viable, growing business that's dominating their space that did it with one person. It doesn't happen, okay? You don't have a name. I can't come up with a name. It won't work. Businesses are made of people, not machines. They're made of people, not apps. They're made of people. Google, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, you name it. No matter how technological or automated the company, there's people running that thing, and lots of them. Does that mean some of them are bad? Guarantee you they are. Does that mean some of them are average? Most certainly. Is a handful of them freaking crazies like me and you? Yes. Are we frustrated that everybody's not obsessed? Yes. Doesn't mean you don't need to be, okay? And you can't quit on it. Look, you need people around you to implement your programs. You need people to add passion to the technology. You need people to service your customers. And ultimately, to get where you want to go, you need some people, right? Look, consider the behemoth online company Amazon. It has 220,000 employees. Where the consumer doesn't have to talk to anybody. Here's a company you would think, there's nobody there. There's 220,000 employees. You can't talk to any of them. Apple, 100,000 employees. Microsoft, the same number. Ernst Young, 200,000 employees. Apple calls their employees geniuses. You know they're not geniuses. Come on, okay? Look, don't you want to hire employees deserving of the title genius? That means you got to take average people. You got to take people off this broken planet we live on. People that are confused with terrible, unbelievable data to be average, settle, do it tomorrow, no rush, no hurry. Just be like everybody else. You got to take from that group of people and figure out how to get them obsessed. Think about how powerful these people that you bring in and start treating like geniuses and teaching them to be obsessed like you could make your business.
Fight.
People ask me, what is the biggest mistake you made in your career? Staying small too long. Okay, didn't think big enough. Didn't think, hey, waste it on people. I have to waste it on people. Literally, I have to go in thinking I can grab good people, and I can't do that on a few hires. I made the mistake of staying small because I thought it was just too hard, too difficult, too impossible to find people like me. You're not going to find people like me, okay? No, I found you. I wrote a book called Be Obsessed or Be Average. Guess who picked it up? That's how you hire people. Who is your company? What does your company stand for? Who would pick up this book, okay? Psychologically whacked people would pick this book up. Me and you, the geniuses on this planet. See, they call us crazy, then later they call us geniuses. You get it? That's who you're looking for. By the way, an HR person is not going to find the crazy people. They won't hire them. Oh, he's a wacko. He's a crazy. He says whatever he wants to say. He showed up not dressed the way our culture is. Look, I don't want you to make this mistake. You have to grow, and you must grow through people. And that HR person is trying to protect your company and protect her job, when the truth is you need to be looking for some of these people like me. Maybe I don't score on your psychological profile the way you want me to. I once did a psychological profile for a company that I was doing some work for, and he said, based on your profile, I would not hire you. You're impossible to lead, okay? You don't take directions. Maybe I don't need directions, man. Maybe I just want to blow up a department. All right? So look, you got to decide right here, right now. Most importantly, more importantly than anything, you must become obsessed with the idea that good employees are vital to your survival and that you can find them. You have to become obsessed with the idea that if there's only a handful on planet Earth, you're going to grab them all. That means you got to look at everybody. Like Larry did. You have to look at everybody as a potential recruitment. Anyone who gives up on people, anyone who gives up on the human race is guaranteed not to have a business. But hiring anyone, much less attracting and retaining great people, is a monster problem, which means what? It's a monster opportunity for you. Those that don't quit and keep looking will find the winners. It is such a problem that most employers, business owners, even corporations have thrown the towel in, making it an opportunity for those of us who say, eyes wide open, let's go find some great people. Why are people giving up? Because they're recruiting from a culture of average, okay? This is what I refer to as a broken planet. A bunch of people broken, all broken up, bad education, mommy and daddy quit. All their advice is coming from quitters and pundits, right? The merchants on TV that just spread disease and chaos and mental quit. According to a Gallup 2013 study, State of Global Workplace, 13% of employees worldwide are engaged at work. 13%. Billions of people go to work every day, and only 13% are engaged at work. 24%, it said in the survey, are actively disengaged. Literally, almost double the number of people actively trying to figure out how to disengage from the activity. indicating they're unhappy, unproductive at work, and liable to spread negativity to other coworkers. I mean, what else are they going to spread? If you're trying to disengage, what are you going to tell other people? Okay? In rough numbers, this translates to some 900 million people on this planet not engaged. 340 million people actively disengaged around the globe. A third of a billion people, okay? I actually think it's worse than this. Personally, no doubt think those numbers don't even represent the true situation. People are not simply disengaged at work. They're not even at work. Just because somebody shows up in your building doesn't mean they're there. Yeah, they're in the building. Yeah, you saw them actually walk through the door. Yeah, they clocked in. Man, why do we even need to get a clock? I had to get a clock to make sure they got here on time. That's so sad. Yeah, there's a body in the chair. Yeah, there's somebody in the desk. Someone may appear to be sitting in front of the computer. They might even be on the keyboard, dancing. Maybe they even have a phone in their hand. But that's it. That's where it stops. Many people today are only doing what's expected of them, showing up on time, leaving on time, and that's it. I talk about this in the 10X rule. Average is a failing formula. It looks like someone's there, but they're not. Because you're comparing their performance to other people that are disengaged or not there at all. You're like, oh, I'm good. He shows up every day. He's loyal. He does his job. No, he's not a great performer, but he's always there for us. Look, the majority of employees are filled with resentment toward their managers. They have inflated sense of entitlement. I deserve something because I've been here so long. They operate at levels of incompetence that border on astounding. They blame everybody, the economy, the customer, for everything that goes wrong. Most know more about the most recent celebrity scandal of the political election than they do about their own job. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't great people out there. That just means this is a big problem. Okay? And that means it's a big problem for your competition. Don't give up on this. Let them give up on it. I've hired the good. I've hired the bad. I've hired the ugly. I've hired every situation you can think of. The fact is, okay, I hired enough people. I don't have enough people on my staff right now. I should make more mistakes, not less mistakes. What does this mean to you? Okay, what this means is that you need to be really tough in the hiring process and diligent in this process. You're going to need to look through a lot of garbage, no offense. A lot of garbage, a lot of messed up people, a lot of confused people to find the people you want to work with you. It's frustrating, but it's vital. Because while you're the designer, the driver, your people are the engine, the transmission, and the wheels. Okay? Your company cannot drive forward without people. Stop whining about payroll. A lot of people don't want expensive paying employees. The truth is, people don't cost money. Never. People do not cost money. Employees don't cost money. Bad employees don't cost money. People cannot cost you money. Not growing your business costs you money. Staying small costs you money. Every new hire should bring you more money. It should bring you expansion. And if they don't, you don't have the right crew or you're not managing. Managing's a terrible word. I hate it. You ain't pushing them. Push your people to produce. Look, I've gone from having 5 employees in a company to a couple hundred. As my employee payroll blew up, the revenue of my business blew up. Now, they might not have had anything to do. They literally, I'm telling you, a couple 200 people might not have contributed. Maybe 4 or 5 of them contributed to the expansion of the revenue. But there's something that spiritually happens when you get bigger if you're pushing your people. Now, if you're not going to push, then close the book. Put it at your bedside like you have every other book. Let it sit there for a couple, 2 or 3 weeks until you get sick of being reminded of it, and then throw it in the trash. Because you're not obsessed. If you're obsessed with your expansion, you must hire new people. And get the CFO out of the hiring process. She is trying to control the bottom line of your company, and you're trying to grow the top line. Well, they want too much money. This costs too much money. Nothing costs too much money. What costs too much money is not growing your company. Become obsessed with growth. Again, you can't find a great company that doesn't have employees, a big giant payroll, right? Grow the company with people, expand the revenue. If the bottom line is not growing with that, then go back in and cut all the dead weight, and then do it again. I fire people constantly. Let's get rid of somebody today, I said. Hey, today is the day we make the business grow again. Let's chop ahead. Okay? And then a week from now, I'll be like, let's hire some more people. So when I went from 5 employees to a couple of hundred, my payroll blew up, but my revenue blew up as well. So the bottom line grew to 5 times, only 5 times, while the top line grew to 100 times. And that's just the first bit of good news. We also multiplied our number of customers by 8,000. So all of a sudden my customer count expands. I'm going wide now, not just deep. I'm not just trying to handle a handful of customers. The amount of attention now we received increases by millions, and we create 12 times as many products. So notice every line in a company, most of which your CFO will not measure. Attention, people talking about me online, okay? These things that are valuable to the company, that are vital to the growth of the company, start growing as well. On top of all that, the most valuable result has been that the company still has viable future without my day-to-day, everyday tinkering involvement, even though because I'm an obsessed, freak, crazy, whacked out, micromanaging, let's go get it kind of leader, I'm here every day finding something to tinker with anyway. What else would I do? Okay, that's who you are. Own it. Okay, don't try to deny it, just own it. Look, I can put my focus and my efforts into things that are better for me. If I get some really great people around me that start picking up pieces, it's actually going to allow me to start looking at, hey, what else can I do? See, I don't fly my own plane. I have no interest. I know some of you want to be pilots. Good for you. I want to sit in the back. That's what I want to do. I don't need another task. I want to yell from the back, let's stop in Nashville and buy something. You understand? Okay, so I need some great people around me to grow. Without the help of an expanding expert team, pilots, mechanics, engineers, shippers, salespeople, right? Managers, pushers, drivers, CFOs, CEOs. Look, I'm guaranteed to lose, and you're guaranteed to lose too. So quit complaining, quit bitching about your payroll. Stop it, knock it off, quit thinking little. How to find the best. Your people are your power. If you don't surround yourself with the best, or at least attempt to surround yourself with the best, you can't create a culture in your company that is obsessed as you are with getting where you want to go. You're not extending your power. If you don't continue to recruit, look for people, you're then left to manage with what you have. Okay? This is a big disappointment for me. Guy starts a company, gal starts a company. They hire a few people. They become so dependent upon those 3 or 4 people because they're unwilling to bring new people in, that they basically get handcuffed to these people, thinking, if I let Cheryl go, oh, what's going to happen to us? Nobody else knows that. That's why you have to keep bringing new people in to understand what all these other people do, so you're not dependent upon 1 or 2 people and become a victim in your own company. And the people you depend on today can disappoint you tomorrow. I tell my wife all the time, baby, don't get too locked in on anybody. People leave. Okay? People disappoint. People betray. People change their mind. People leave and go and do something else that's better for them, good for them. Okay? So invest in people and keep investing in new people. To do any less means you're not obsessed with expansion. You're trying to hold on to something you've done rather than something you can do. Your well-being of your business depends upon you being obsessed with always looking, recruiting new people, just like you would new customers, just like you would new money, just like you would new developments. You need to look for new people. There are a lot of ways to go about hiring people, and I've done some pretty crazy ways of hiring new people. And I'll share some of those ideas, but first I'll share something that I did that was totally out of the box. Some of you may know, I produced a television show called Whatever It Takes. Okay, you can find it at Grant Cardone TV. You can find it on YouTube. It's called Whatever It Takes, the Ultimate Job Interview. We put more than 250 people through an interviewing process where we tried or attempted to hire people, and then we recorded it all, cameras in their faces, during the job interview. We looked at their Facebook pages. We looked in their telephones. I'm literally doing an interview where I'm going through their phones, in their cars, through their personal belongings. I put them through this grueling test, all with cameras and faces, to document everything with their approval and with the agreement that we could make it public. The biggest reality we demonstrated by doing this was you have to look at a lot of people to find out who the good ones are, and many times that won't come up in a resume or a simple 15-minute job interview. The first season we hired 10 people, we kept 6. In the second season we had a better group of people, hired 14, and lost them all. Okay, now the point of that story is this. I had interviewed, when we moved to Miami, 800 people. The old way, which one person comes in, you talk to them, look at their resume, have an interview with them, takes 30 minutes, multiply 800 times 30 minutes, and you'll see money's not the issue here. Time is the issue. I said, Sherry, this is impossible. We cannot interview people this way. She's like, well, that's how you have to interview people, by the regulations, the laws, the states. I said, no, we're going to do a TV show. There's got to be a workaround. There's always a workaround. Laws were written so that you can work around them, okay? So is there a way for us to do an interview where I can ask them anything I want, how old they are, what their sex is, if they're on drugs, if they've ever used drugs, do they have a DUI, do they have a criminal record, how much money do you have you ever cheated on your wife, your husband, what's wrong with you, tell me about your freaking neurosis, okay? Can I do that? Oh, you can't do that. It's always a way to do that. I said, hell, they do it every day on TV. I watch these reality shows. They do crazy stuff on reality. Ask anybody anything. And then I got it. Do a reality show, man. Quit doing a job interview. And then we had hundreds of people come in for this. We got a better look at more people. They sent us video. We got to see what we got, and I got to do anything I wanted to with them. I got to find out how much tenacity and quit they had in them, or drive, ambition. Here's the deal. Regardless of all the failures, our efforts have allowed us to create a very strong team here, okay? Even with the first 2 seasons, or the second season, we lost everybody. It's not a failure. I got to see a lot of people. We got to bring people in. It made my team much stronger. A strong team got even more strong by watching people come in, us hire them, they failed, and they left. Here's how we did it. First of all, develop a reputation as a place people want to work. Look, if you're pumping out excellent products, making sales, reinvesting, and getting to know people, you're going to get a reputation for doing great work. Look, you want to be the leader in the space. One of the ways is to attract people is to be a winner. Let that work for you. Make it known that you're winning. If you're doing great things, other people will want to do great things, will find you, and will want to work for you. My current vice president of sales came to me because of a customer. The father of this gentleman said, you must go work for this guy, Grant Cardone, okay? He's got a great product. The point is, my successes start attracting people. He told his son, you need to try to go to work for Grant Cardone. Do whatever it takes. And at the age of 26, his son, Jared, comes to my office in Los Angeles, takes a job making cold calls at $2,500 a month. We drive him, we push him. I tried to break this kid, and now he runs the entire sales department for my company. Has 50 people underneath him, and every day he's doing the same thing I did to make him great. I'm so busy making noise, people want to come to work at my company. A gentleman named Steve Spray drives from Indiana across the country to Miami and begs us to hire him. Dave Robards relocated from Vegas after he tried to sell me his product from a customer that I had acquired. He's working for another company. This customer that I acquired said, you should try to sell Grant Cardone your product. He calls me to sell me. I sell him. He's so impressed, he leaves Vegas, quits the company that was trying to sell me the product, quits that company, drives from Vegas to Miami. See, you want to attract people. I don't need to just put something in monster.com. Maybe you become the lighthouse rather than the tugboat, as a friend told me recently. Become the lighthouse, the beacon that attracts people. The most productive people I have in my company came from another part of the country. They came here. They weren't local market. So you need to think about, hey, am I willing to hire people from all over the world? Always be hiring, not just when a position is open. Always be hiring, not just when you need someone. Super successful business people make recruiting one of their top priorities. I talked about Larry Van Tile earlier. He saw everyone he met as someone he could possibly recruit to grow his companies. He didn't care whether you lived in Mumbai or Minnesota. It didn't matter. If you fill only the positions that are open and that you have created from within your own one-person vision, your tunnel vision, you're limiting yourself and won't find great people. See, in my company, we're always hiring. People constantly say, hey, you hired? Of course. It'd be like, are you open? Would you sell me something? Would you take my money? Well, dude, of course I would. I'm always hiring great people. What position? Any position. Okay, if your company is not willing to expand, then go put on your door, just take that open sign, flip it, and say we're closed. Because not hiring great people anytime, all the time, even in contractions, your company's contracting, the economy's contracting, and you found this great stud, this unbelievable person. Would you hire him? Of course you would. Always be hiring. One day I got to watch this live. Larry Van Tile, this gentleman that I talked about earlier, he wanted to recruit someone. And guess who it was? He was trying to recruit me. He peppered me with questions. What are you going to do with your life? He grabs my hand. He pulls me towards him. What are you going to be doing with your life? I'm 30 years old. What's your biggest dream, he says. Are you married? Do you have a family to take care of? When are you going to start having kids? When are you going to get off the road, Grant, and quit killing yourself? When do you want to run one of my companies? And the guy was so compelling, I almost dropped my own dreams to work for him. I took it as a compliment that Mr. Van Taal thought enough of me to ask me to work for him. He knew, after meeting me though, he knew for the first time that I was trying to do something, or at least similar, in a different space, that I had my own dream. He knew when he met me that I was obsessed with making my own thing happen. Look, those obsessed with growing their businesses know they must be recruiting constantly, perpetually, every day. It is the most important thing to your business. Maybe it might be even more important than income. Let the world know that you're hiring. Look, to start, you need to hang a help wanted sign everywhere. With social media, it's never been easier. You have to let the world know you're hiring. You have every online today to let the world know that you're hiring. Facebook, Twitter, websites, LinkedIn, Craigslist, post on possible forums. At your front door, we are hiring. Grant Cardone Enterprise is expanding again. Cardone Acquisitions is expanding. Grant Cardone TV Studios is expanding. What does that do? First of all, it puts out the word that we're expanding, we're hiring, we're growing, we're alive, we're fighting a good battle. And it also says what? Hey, come see us. We'll look at your application. Don't forget about the old school practices either. Placing ads in local newspapers, local magazines, national magazines. Get your people to tell their family and friends. Get the word out anywhere, however you can. Because for people to find you, they need to know you want great people, okay? And put that out there. We are always hiring great people. Look at more resumes than seems even reasonable. When I moved from my offices from California to Miami, we looked at, as I referred to earlier, 800 resumes to hire 4 people. You can't do that, okay? It's just impossible. We were wrong on 2 of those, and we tried to work with the other 2, and the other 2, I think the other 2 ended up quitting, okay? So it's basically a 100% failure rate, which I don't care. We still grew the company. See, I'm telling you about one scenario, right, where we tried to hire 800 people, hired 4, lost them all. The company still grew, right? We had people come from other places. Look, when it comes to hiring, you need to be recruiting, you need to be looking, you need to be hunting, you need to be marketing, and you need to be obsessed at massive levels. That means looking at massive numbers of resumes. You will fail in your recruiting only because you underestimated the amount of effort necessary to find the great recruits. So when your HR person says, there's no good people in Miami, there's no good people in Milan, in Italiano, there's no good people in wherever your city is, because that's what everybody says where they are. There's no, just understand this, your HR person quit. They're a quitter. You are listening to a quitter. The effort required to make any activity work just needs to be expanded. Any activity expanded over and over again will result in success. Do interviews yourself as much as possible. Hiring isn't just a matter of viewing a resume and checking LinkedIn possibly. It involves an instinctive feel for another person. You got to be working with this person every day, so you need to feel good about it. There's a lot to consider, not just the candidate's ability, their IQ, but the ability for them to do tasks required for the job, but also how he or she will establish and encourage the company culture that you want to create and maintain. Look, your brand is your baby, and you need to guard against letting in any doubters who might possibly try to contaminate it. Be involved in the interview as much as possible. I've sat in interviews before where I'm like, do not hire that person. I do not want to work with that person. I don't want to be with that person. I've been right and I've been wrong. But at the very least, you need to show. are being interviewed to shake their hand. I'll give you an example. Recently, a young lady came in on an interview. She came with a cup of coffee and did not bring me one. Immediately I knew. She thinks about herself. This is something I saw in the other people interviewing her didn't see. When you go to an interview, okay, if you're going to bring a coffee with you, bring one for the boss. Come on. Come on. A little common sense will go a long way. See, I saw that. Now, this person still works with us, but I'll bet you money she don't last. As everyone in business knows, a handshake, paying attention, a greeting can leave a big impression, and sometimes the people around you might miss this. By the way, I'll take a little common sense over a bunch of intelligence any day of the week. Know what to look for. Look, you're obsessed with success, but can you sense the same quality in others? That ambition, that drive, that instinct to kill a deal, to grab a deal, to score. I'm looking for that, and that's not on a resume. What other qualities are important to you, you must look for in that person. Here are a few things that I think are important and I look for. Number one, the willingness to do whatever it takes. Number two, the compliance with orders. I was doing some work with the military, and a number of the speakers that went before me talked about military people's ability to lead. And I'm thinking to myself, no, their real ability is the ability to follow, the willingness to do whatever it takes. Number two, comply with an order, to follow. Most companies need more people that are willing to follow and comply with an order, not lead and think for themselves. Number three, ability to see an order through without a bunch of drama. I don't know about you, but I don't need any more drama in my life. I need action. I need activity. I need results. Number four, speed of movement. Speed of movement, the ability to be almost or appear almost careless, would suggest, not actually careless, but a person actually knows what they're doing. The speed at which someone can get a task or a job done. We were hiring for a graphics person in my office, and I told the person hiring them, give them this project, give them 12 minutes to finish it. That's the interview. Okay? Don't ask them questions. Don't read the resume. Give them the project. You have 12 minutes to finish it. Don't tell them where the answers are. Don't tell them where to find the Photoshop. Don't tell them how to turn a computer on. Here's a computer. There's a desk. You have 12 minutes. Go. Speed of movement. The ability to take a task from start to finish in a very short period of time suggests superior intelligence. And also, I understand my job. So when you're trying to hire someone, rather than look at the resume and spending 15 or 20 minutes or 30 or 45 minutes having a conversation, give that person a task and say, there's the computer. Let's say it's a graphics person. There's the computer. Turn it on. Do the task. Bring it back to me. You have 11 minutes. Speed of movement will show certainty and ability. If that person starts saying, what do you want it to look like? How do you need it to look? Dude, hey, you figure it out. I don't need more problems. Okay, next, willingness to die for the cause. Look, I don't need the smartest people. I know everybody says, man, I surround myself with smart people. You know what I need to surround myself with? People that are willing to die for the cause. Are you willing to die for something? Because if you're not willing to die for something, you're not going to put in the extra work. You're not going to do the sweat equity necessary. You're not going to be there when things get tough. Next, possession of a book of business. This will get you hired with me every time. You bring me a book of business, I'm hiring today, okay? Bring me some business. Don't bring me your grades from high school and college. Bring me a lead. Bring me a client. Bring me an opportunity that I can turn into revenue. That's the kind of things I'm looking for when I'm hiring someone. Train yourself to detect these qualities, to hunt them down, to literally find them in people because they're out there. And this will create a culture and an environment that you want. When you look at a candidate's track record or listen to them during an interview, here are some of the revealing questions you might want to ask yourself. Has this person ever hit a target repeatedly and then exceeded them? Okay? What is the best month you've ever had? Have you ever exceeded that number? What's the most amount of money you've ever made? Were you satisfied there? If they're satisfied with that money, they're going to be satisfied in their job. Are they involved with a family, with community groups, with churches? Do they like to extrovert themselves into the community? Do they like to meet people? Are they happy meeting strangers? Because if they're going to be introverted at their desk, in that label, that title, that one position, that one office, in that 1 3-foot range, how are they going to help you grow that business? Do they have reasons to do well in a job, like family to take care of? I noticed that, unfortunately, immigrants coming in from other parts of the world into America are more highly motivated by family to take care of family overseas than people born right here in the United States. What a shame. Do they want the job regardless of where they live? Oh, Grant, I would love if you moved your offices to Dallas, Grant. I would work for you tomorrow. Dude, you don't want to work for me. If I got to build an office in your city, if you're not willing to move across country to work for me, you don't want to work for me. Again, I don't care where you live. Move, get up, be nimble, be mobile, come work with me. That's how exciting and passionate it is here, and that's the people I want around me. Again, I'm hiring from 7 billion people. You're hiring from, what, Metro Detroit? Okay, have they won awards or received recognition for their work? Show me your rewards. Show me your awards. Show me your recognition. Show me where people gave you the blue star. Show me the gold medal. Show me that somebody said you were exceptional. Have they read a book recently? What's the book you've read? What was the book before that? Have you ever read a book? How many books do you read a year? What books do you read? I don't know if I can even ask that in an interview anymore, but I would ask. Okay? What was the book about? Do you know that the average American reads 1 book a year? Half those books are romance novels. I don't need anybody reading romance novels in this organization. I need people excited and passionate, trying to grow their business and their brand and become more valuable to the company. Do they show up early? Did they show up early for the interview, or did they show up late? For me, early is on time, okay? And on time is late. Did they show up early? Did they get here early? Did they make sure they were here? Did they come with excuses? Oh, I got stuck in traffic. No, you didn't. You got here late. You understand? And I am unreasonable with those kind of things. If you can't show up early for an interview, I know for sure you're not going to show up here early 6 months into the job. Did they do their own due diligence on your company, the owner, the executive? Okay, what's the company about? What's the mission of the company? Do they even know anything about me? I can't tell you how many times I've done an interview with someone where they didn't know my best-selling books, they didn't know my programs, they knew nothing about the company. Look, if you won't do that kind of due diligence before you get here, when you're trying to sell yourself, they're not going to do it later. Do they speak positively about their work experiences, or are they negative about their past employers? Hey, tell me about your worst employer, I'll ask. Tell me about when you've been mistreated. I'm literally looking for someone to get critical about the past. Tell me about someone that was not fair to you at a job, okay? Tell me about the job you hated the most. Tell me about the job you didn't like the most. I'm trying to get them to see if they'll be critical. Because if you'll be critical about your last boss, guess what? They're going to be critical about me after I hire them. Does the person sitting across from you ask for what you want and need, or take the time to show you what you're doing wrong? I'll give you an example. A gentleman comes to me and says, man, your website is doing this wrong.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
Hello, Beta. How you doing? Merry Christmas. Check out Clown Cupid, the cutester. Also an angel.
KO. Round 3. Fight.
Ouch.
Not bad. I'll fight you anytime.
Okay, let's fight now. Or not.
That's the grand cordon. Be obsessed or be average.
It's doing that wrong, you got this problem and that problem. I don't want to hear all that. Okay? That is just poor communication skills. You're trying to create value by showing me what I'm doing wrong. That's not what I want. Why don't you simply ask, Mr. Cardone, what do you want and what do you need? I had a gentleman tell me the other day, trying to get our business from him, which is a job interview, by the way. Trying to get my business is a job interview. He's trying to get my business, and he says, you're spending a lot of money on ads to get a 1% conversion. I said, yeah, so what, man? What's the point? Why would you want to make me wrong in this relationship starting out, okay? By the way, I don't care if I'm wasting money right now. That is not what I have my attention on, okay? Do you want to be around this person every day? Ask yourself, do you want to be around this human being every day? Do you want to give them orders? Do you want to work with them? Do you want to spend time with them? Do you want to go down and dirty when it's down and dirty time, okay, with this person? And that brings me to why I will not sit across from someone without seeing a video. I want to see this person deliver in 30 to 45 seconds in a video sent to me before I open my door and spend my time, invest energy interviewing someone. Look for people who are motivated beyond just money. Hire people who want to make money. They're motivated by money. They want to make more money. They want to do well with money, but also look for people that actually want to make a difference, not just people who have bills to pay. Look for those who want money so they can make a difference in their lives and hopefully in the lives of others. Look for what might drive people at work each day. For instance, when I was 25 years old, I was extremely money motivated. I wanted to make money. Okay, but I also wanted something more than just money that money can't buy. I wanted recognition. I wanted to be the best salesperson there. I wanted to be known in the country as the best in the industry. That kind of person, when that kind of person starts talking like that, you have a jewel, maybe a rough diamond that needs a little polishing, but you have somebody worth investing in. Look at what drives people to work each day. What's going to last longer than that paycheck that only comes every 2 weeks? What causes them to move beyond the desire to simply pay their bills? Money should not be their all-consuming obsession. Look for what else, truly what else moves and drives this individual. When you hire people who are trying to make ends meet or buy enough stuff to live in some comfortable lifestyle, this often creates a recurring problem, not just for them, but for you. People who have minuscule financial goals will be constantly faced with living problems. The unexpected little problems in life that will turn into much larger problems because of poor planning. Let's face it, most people underestimate what is necessary to get by. So if he's just cutting it off right where I gotta have 60 grand. By the way, that is money motivated. Most people are money motivated in reverse. I need to pay my bills and $72,000 gets me there. They're cutting it so tight. See, they're actually not money motivated. They're selfish. Okay, money motivated would say what? I need to make 200 grand because my bills are 70. Money motivated is I want some money left over. Most people are not money motivated. They're actually just trying to get by motivated. Everything's all right because they have a job now. And then all of a sudden, something happens that wasn't planned, and guess what? You no longer have that body that is in that chair, sitting behind that computer, tapping on that keyboard is no longer really there. They're at home worried about their bills, their problem, their parents, whatever, because they didn't plan correctly. Then you end up inheriting their money problems. So you might want to find out, why do you want to make 70 grand a year? Why is 70 grand your number? Because everybody, I looked it up on Google, and it says $70,000 is a fair wage. Yeah, why? But why do you want 70?
Fight. 2. Fight. Round 3. Fight. Round 4. Fight.
For 70 to be the number, some people are getting paid 100, some people are getting paid 50. Why do you want to be 70, okay? And don't be opposed to paying somebody 80 or 90 or 100 or $1.20, because that's not the problem. The problem is finding great people, the right great people for your culture. Look, you cannot and should not take care of other people's financial problems, ever. It is their financial problem, most of which, by the way, they want, they need. If you ever notice, people have problems, try to solve it. They don't want you to. They want that problem. Solve it for them, and they'll recreate it so they have it again. Look, if the person considering hiring or who works for you does not find money valuable enough to be responsible for it before they got to your office, trying to solve their money problems with how much you pay them will cause them and you even more problems. I cannot solve someone else's money problem, ever. I cannot solve your money problem. If I give a broke man $1 million, I guarantee you, if he's got a problem with money, he'll be broke again. Because if I take care of your problem, you're never going to learn how to take care of your own problem. So in a job interview, it is very, very important, in a smart way, to figure out what is driving this person to be here. Why do they want that wage? Why do they want that dollar? Okay, if they're saying they can live on 70 grand in Miami Beach, look, you cannot live on $70,000 and live 3 blocks from my house. You cannot do it. I don't care if you're hiring a receptionist, a C-level executive. Look for people who are properly motivated about money, and then look for what motivates them above that. And then give them an opportunity to produce that money and earn bonuses on top of that that give them freedom. 3 times a week, I talk to my staff about the importance of getting their financial house in order. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm like, you need money to an open audience. Some of these people are making 40 grand a year, and some of them are making 400. And I'm telling everybody in the room, everybody here needs to make more money. I once was interviewing a promising individual for an executive position who said to me, Grant, I can help you grow your business. But he would keep pushing to know how much he would be paid rather than learn more about the opportunity. I asked him, I said, look, man, what's more important here, the opportunity or the salary you start at? He replied, at this time, I'm going with the company that can pay me the most money. And I decided to pass on it. Because a truly entrepreneurial person that wants to run a department and grow a department is not going to look for the first salary. They're going to look for the opportunity. How big can I make this? Not how much can you pay me? Now, a person that's just going to be a widget, just going to be a clog in the wheel, how much can you pay me? But a person that wants to run a department that says, I can grow your business, should be more interested in how much they can grow it than how much they can be paid.
Round 1.
Truly talented people know opportunity is always more important than how much.
Fight. Round 2. Fight. Round 3. Fight. Round 4. Fight.
entrepreneurial employee will always focus on the chance, not just the money. Take my graphics guy, Paulie. When we met, he said to me, I want to work with you, Grant, because I know you're going places. I know you're going to do big things. He was the first person we hired when we moved from Los Angeles to Miami. Grant, don't pay me anything. He was that Mr. Cardone. But Mr. Cardone, don't pay me anything. Let me just prove myself. I hired him right there on the spot because Paulie was more interested in the opportunity than he was in how much I would pay him. Paul's turned out to be one of the most perfect hires for my company. Right work ethic, always early, stays late, whatever it takes. The perfect kind of guy for me. He recognized there was an opportunity working here in Miami with me and believed in his own skills enough not to put money before opportunity. In the long term, it's worked out for both of us. Last year, Paulie made over 6 figures working at a job that if you searched it on Google would only pay $65,000. Ask yourself, is the person in front of you focused on the icing or the cake? Look, people who are into immediate gratification, promises of advancement, who are worried about when do I get my first bonus based on tenure, they're more concerned about time off. When do I get my first vacation? These are not people for me. I don't want them, okay? There's 7.3 billion people on planet Earth. I'm looking for the person that's looking for opportunity. And if I got to go to Iran, Iraq, Colombia, if I got to go to South America, wherever I have to go to get them, and by the way, wherever I need to move my company to find them, I'm going there. And if I can't hire an American born and bred right here in the United States of America or a local Miamian, then I'm going outside of here to get them. I want that hustle. I want that focus. I want whatever drives a person from inside of them that says, I want to make a difference. I want to make a difference in the lives of other people. I want to make a lot of money if I can, because everybody else is going to end up going away. I'm not just looking for people who merely want their job. I want people that want to help me make more money and expand my company and understand that this company needs money. I want that to be understood in that interview. The morals of the person in front of me, also the morals the person in front of you practices in their personal life are the same ones, I promise you, the same ones they're going to bring to your office. Yes, you're hiring from a planet of broken people with good intentions, most of whom are not fit to work for the obsessed. Okay, understand that. Don't feel bad about it. Your job is not to take care of their confusion. Your job is to find people that are not confused, that are clearer, that want to be obsessed, that want to go all out and make your organization great. Hire surprising people. Now, see, this is where the editor gets involved in my book writing. It's the dumbest bullshit I've ever seen in my damn life. I know they won't hear this because they're not going to listen to the whole audio program. Make sure you keep this in here, okay? Who would say hire surprising people? They changed my freaking words. Stupid, okay? It's ridiculous. Some editor sitting around in New York, let's change this title to hire surprising people. We're going to be so cute, okay? Here's the deal. Look for places to find people. That's what I was trying to say here, okay? Don't be afraid to look outside the usual channels for new hires. It could be in a restaurant. It could be somebody cleaning a toilet. I've seen people clean bathrooms that would be more enthusiastic than people I had working for me. Great people can be found anywhere, but you gotta have your eyes peeled open. Put toothpicks up in your eyelids. Keep them wide open looking for great people. Great people might have really surprising backgrounds. I know I have, okay? At 25 years old, you would have overlooked me because of my condition of my life was so bad. But inside of me, if you could look past the gunk, maybe they're millennials, maybe they're women, maybe they're kids, maybe they're too old. I don't care. I don't see that. I don't care about the color of your skin, your religion, what you wear on your head, how you shave your face or your head or whatever. You got tattoos, you sleep with a man, a woman, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I'm looking beyond that, and I'm looking beyond your history. Maybe you've been in jail. I don't know. Maybe you had a problem before. Maybe life has been tough to you. We hired graphic pros here who did not yet have American citizenship when he replied on our Craigslist ad, okay? Today, he's an American citizen. He's been with me 3 years. He's like family to me. If I stereotyped him, I would have never hired him. He never misses work. He's always early. He does an unbelievable job. He's never a problem. And now, he is part of my company and my family. We posted another ad online for personal video genius. This guy's sitting right next to me right now. The guy that we ended up hiring. My ad says, Grant Cardone, New York Times bestselling author, looking for a personal video genius. The guy was working at Banana Republic. I mean, who would even look at somebody in Banana Republic for a video position? He saw the ad, okay? Not exactly where I thought I'd be hiring from. He didn't probably think about me as somebody he'd work for. This guy's been with me almost 3 years. Robert Sislow, video genius, travels around the world with me, and most surprisingly, one of our top income earners. Chase the talent and persist till they're yours. Look, when you find somebody you want, just keep hunting them down until you get them. Before she worked for me, my chief operating officer, Sherry Hamilton, worked for a major celebrity in Los Angeles. I'm talking major leagues, okay? I'd heard about her, and I tried to hire her for more than 2 years before it finally worked out where I could bring her on board. She now helps me and oversees Cardone acquisitions, Cardone training, and Grant Cardone TV. She's become a great friend. I'm a friend to her family. The point here is this. When you go after great talent, okay, and you can't get them that day, persist, stay with it until you win them over. A note on staffing agencies. They're not going to like what I'm about to say. I have used 10 different hiring agencies. In an effort to save time,
Come and get some. I dare you. Round 1. Fight. KO. Round 2. Fight. Perfect. Round 3. Fight. Round 4. Fight. You win.
and every one of them has been a disappointment. Now, maybe this is all me. Maybe everybody else is having a good time with them. They send people who don't even have enough confidence to shake my hand, and then can't maintain eye contact, can't come dressed right, while I confess that I do use them, I do use them because I'm lazy, okay? I don't like them. My COO might default to them because she's jammed, but if I know someone came through a hiring agency, I'm telling you, I almost know for sure they're not going to work. That's because no one knows your business, your culture, your brand, and your expectations like you do. No one, okay? No one can see with the eyes that you see. That's why you need to be involved in that interview. You need to touch that person. Look, no staffing agency can make the pitch to work for my company. And no staffing agency can figure out who's going to really fit in. Their job is to get somebody to you and get paid a fee. Nobody goes to you, they don't get a fee, so they're going to send you anybody. So just keep in mind, just because it's a staffing agency doesn't mean they're sending somebody qualified. They're hiring from the same planet that you're hiring from, which is a bunch of broken people, right? Unfocused, unmotivated, unclear, overeducated, unobsessed.
I hope you're ready.
Come and get some. Dear.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight. Round 3. Fight.
Hi, Chris. Going well. How you doing? Merry Christmas.
KO. Round 4. Fight.
Oh.
You lose. Get ready for the next battle.
Come and get some. Dear.
Round 1. Round 3. Fight.
Oh.
Not bad. I'll fight you anytime.
Anytime, eh? Alright, let's fight now.
Oh, with the turnover, man, what you all worried about? Look, I know everybody hates turnover. Everybody hates it. We got a lot of turnover. A guy told me last night, we have high turnover here. Yeah, so what? Roll with it. I know everyone hates the turnover. It can't be good for business. It's not good for customers. Roll with it. Because the last thing you want to do is keep a wanker. Look, I know everyone hates the turnover, and there's so much data suggesting high turnover is a terrible statistic. How about this? Why don't we start getting rid of those 14% or 28% of the people that are literally disengaged and don't want to be there? Why do you keep people that don't want to be at your job? In a 2012 Forbes study found that the average employee stays on the job 4.4 years. Now, some people read this and thought it was a problem. I'm like, damn, that's a long time. Guy stays 4.4 years. When I hire somebody, I tell them, I know you're not going to be here forever. How long you going to be here, man? How long you want to stick and stay, okay? I've been here 30 years. I wanted to leave a bunch, but I didn't. I had to keep recreating my business. So if you're having to recreate your business for you to stay in it, what makes you think Robert or John or Jeff or Sherry are going to stay with you forever? 4.4 years to stay in a business. You'll see all these reports about millennials. Pay scale report found the median tenure for a millennial is 2 years. What's the problem? Dude, the guy gave you 2 years of his life. What is your problem compared to 7 years for a baby boomer? Hey, here's the deal. Maybe you kept that baby boomer too long. Maybe you need to blow him out after 2 years. Maybe he was only good for 2 years. Or how about this? Maybe your business is not exciting enough, interesting enough to keep people 2 and 3 and 4 years. Why does it always have to be their problem? Maybe it's your problem. You got competition all over the place. I got more interesting jobs. I got people think that they can go work from home and make the same money. I make 60 grand with Grant. I'm gonna go work from home for 60 grand and I'll be my own boss. So maybe you need to create more opportunities for those people to work from home. A 2013 survey by Millennial Branding and Beyond.com, a career networking site, found 30%, can't ever trust a number that ends in 0, found 30% of companies had lost 15% or more of their millennial workers within the previous year. I'm like, so what? Don't let these numbers scare you. That's what they're designed to do. Oh, you're so bad. Blow them out. get rid of them if they're the wrong hire. A 2014 study by Comp Data survey suggests that your turnover rate is going to be 1 keeper for every 7 hires. Whatever, I don't care. Hire and blow, okay? If they're no good, get rid of them as fast as you possibly can. Look, these depressing statistics don't tell you the full story. Truth is, you should be hiring more people. If I have a 300% batting average in the National Baseball League, I'm a superstar, okay? That means I had a 700% turnover. I don't care. I'm in the Hall of Fame, okay? Look, it might surprise you, but it means almost nothing to me when people say you turn over a lot of people. We had somebody leave recently. We did an exit survey, and the lady said to Sherry, "You obviously have a problem here. You have high turnover." I'm like, "Sherry, we should have never hired the chick, okay?"
Come and get some. Dare you.
Round 1. Fight. KO. Round 2. Fight.
Oos.
KO. Round 3. Fight.
Very good. Back.
Round 4. Fight. Fight.
Feel the fury.
You win.
We had a hiring problem, not a turnover problem. And by the way, we kept her too long. We lost 3 people that quit recently, okay? I'm like, why did they quit? We should fire them. Fire first. Don't let them quit, because when they quit, what do you know? They quit months ago. Nobody quits the day they quit. They quit 2 months ago and finally had the courage on that day to leave. I understand the reality. These are people you're dealing with. People have problems. Don't worry about it, okay? I'm a hard guy to work for. I'm not easy. I'm tough. I'm unfair to people. I push. I shove. I expect big things out of people. Guess what? I do all those same things to myself. I'm tough on myself. I'm unfair with myself. Or maybe I am fair with myself. I have my sister over there coddling me. Oh, Grant, you've done so well. You've done so good. I'm so proud of you. I'm like, hey, man, I don't need to hear that. I haven't done enough. I'm not proud of me yet, and that's all that matters. You understand? If I'm doing that to me as an executive, what am I going to do to the other people around me? I'm going to go soft on them? You think I'm going to suddenly turn into a marshmallow? If I turn into a marshmallow on others, I'm going to do that to myself, and if I do it to myself, I'm not going to be obsessed. And the first 2/3 of this book are freaking just a bunch of hypocrite garbage. If you're obsessed with greatness, you have to be tough on other people, okay? You need to let them know in the interview, this is going to be the toughest job you ever had. I'm going to push you to greatness, or you're going to leave average, period. I have to recruit constantly because of that. Because of who I am, because of who you are, you will have to recruit constantly, and you need to get used to turnover until you find the right people that, like gummy bears, stick to you. Okay, like Velcro. You guys are hooked into each other at the gut because you're like, we're a team, we're the right team. What do you think the turnover is for a Navy SEAL? It's a 90% turnover. Only 10% of the SEALs make it. Costs $1 million to make a SEAL. The military doesn't complain about it. Man, it costs too much money to make SEALs. We must be turning over too many of them. No, they're looking for an elite group. Maybe more important, I have to keep recruiting so I can get rid of the average people I'm not happy with. Most new hires will not be great hires. I know that going into the deal.
Come and get some. Dare you.
Round 1. Fight. KO. Round 2. Fight. 4. Fight. KO. You win.
There'll be many disappointments, okay? If I play blackjack and win 51% of the time, I'm a winner. That means I lost 49% of the time. I could actually lose 75% of the times if I could figure out how to win my double downs, and I'd still win money. See, look, I've been let down so many times, so many times, by so many people. I'm just over it, okay? Who's the perfect hire for you? I gotta hire people. First of all, I gotta go recruit people. I gotta go look for people. I gotta have my eyes peeled. I've been let down so many times by people I've hired, including the perfect hire, who proved to be, I'm talking about the exact opposite of perfect. How about the hire who I just knew in my heart, right there at that moment, no way that guy will make it, Steve. Steve was here 6 months. I'm like, when you gonna get rid of him? Every month. When you gonna get rid of him, Jared? Jared, the guy's never gonna make it. Jared, the guy's never gonna make it. Jared, the guy's never gonna make it. All of a sudden, farm boy out of Indiana explodes into superstar. See, I've been wrong both ways. Oh, and I'm the brilliant executive that knows everything. How about the good one? The good guy, the good gal, with the great resume and the pedigree, okay? And everybody said he or she was great. That fell on their face. How about the liar? I've hired the liar. I've hired the criminal. I've hired the guy that we did checks on just to find out, nope, none of that was true. How about Mr. Vanilla, the honest guy who didn't steal anything, but who never gave anything either? The ultimate thief right there. He never will take anything out of your cash drawer, but he'll never give you anything. The detail-oriented guy or gal who spends so much time on details, they actually never get anything accomplished. Or how about the one that thought they knew everything, the know-it-all? They know everything about everything, and they know more about everything than anything and anyone, and never get anything done. Look, every time we let someone go, I consider it a good thing. Okay, I pat myself on the back. Good job blowing them out. Get rid of them, Jim. Get rid of them. Okay, you lost somebody else. Good job, Grant. I actually pat myself on the back when we get rid of people. See, I think it's a good thing that you have turnover. It means you're not settling. And it means you won't be held hostage by average people. This is what you need to explain to your human resource person, whatever the hell that means, okay? I got an HR person that wants me to be held hostage by regulations, laws, and average people. Maybe you need to explain it to your CFO. Hey, look, I don't care what it costs to hire people and lose them. Okay, we spent $27,000 on a bad hire. We made $27 million this year. You feeling me? Okay? Let's do it again. Okay, if you're hiring people and losing them and it's costing you $27,000, but the profits in the company are going up, why don't you just put an ad in the paper? We're hiring people so we can fire people because every time we do, we make more money. What are you obsessed with? You're obsessed with the wrong things. You got your CFO in there telling you to be obsessed with turnover. You went to some conference and some turnover person said it's a problem. Okay? Hey, the problem is you're not obsessed with growing. You're not obsessed with getting everywhere. It's like money. Don't worry about saving money. Worry about making money. That's the problem with this entire planet. Everybody's so focused on saving a penny. A penny saved is a penny. Become obsessed with earning dollars, hundreds of dollars, millions of dollars. Flip. Don't worry about keeping average people. focus on getting great people. And by the way, you cannot get great people while you have a whole carload of average people. Great people will not get the carload. How does the NBA hire? How does the NFL hire? Okay? What are they looking for? They are always getting rid of their loyal employees that used to perform at high levels and replacing them with people, new, fresh talent, great legs, great arms, great condition that can bring them through a season. Look, I know companies that brag about having the same people who work there for 20 years. I know immediately when I hear that what I have. I have a soft company. A company that is stuck in the past because Ben has been there 20 years. This is what's wrong with the airlines. This is what's wrong with our government. We stick with people too long. Look, if I wasn't changing, I wouldn't even stick with me. Okay? Only thing I'm going to stick with is my wife. That's it. Even myself, I have to change. I have to keep changing, otherwise the marketplace will delete me. See, the people that have been with you 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, are they really productive today? Or are you stuck in some idea about how they used to be? Think about pro sports, NFL and NBA. They don't hire like that, and they don't keep people like that. They say, produce. Get me yards, get me points, get me this thing, or we're going to trade you to someone else. Until no one will trade you. See, they're constantly recruiting. They're constantly making room for new players. And you should too. Companies that never fire anyone, that do everything possible to have no turnover, are holding themselves back. Obsessed with keeping things the same. And that's impossible. Look, I don't like it when people quit my company. Because it means we didn't get rid of them first. I know what you thought I was going to say right there. Oh, you don't want people to quit. No, it means we didn't blow them out. Winners don't quit. When an individual is with a company winning and doing well, okay, progressing, expanding, they don't quit. They don't even quit for somebody else. It means that the company was playing defense, not paying attention rather than offense. Look, let's say you have someone working for you who's been secretly thinking about leaving the company. Do you think he actually quits that day? I referenced this earlier. Do you think he thinks on Wednesday, you know, I think I'm going to quit here? Do you think he walks in and gives his resignation that day? No, he doesn't. He decides to leave months later. He doesn't quit until sometimes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. 9 months later, he finally has the courage. He's been on job interviews now. He's went and interviewed with other people on your clock. For 9 months, he's been dragging around knowing he was leaving. In the 9 months, finally, he has the courage to walk out. He pumps his doubts into your organization for 9 months prior to leaving there. And don't think he was there every day for 9 months and everybody else didn't pick up the fact that he was leaving. Through his very presence or lack of total presence, the idea that he was already starting to shift somewhere else brings doubt into your group. It affects not only...
Vamos lá. Eu vou chutar sua bunda até o inferno.
Come and get some. I dare you.
Round 1. Fight.
Yeah.
Round 2. Fight. Round 3.
Ele tem técnica, mas não tem alma.
Get ready for the next battle.
Vamos lá. Eu vou chutar sua bunda até o inferno.
Come and get some. I dare you.
Round 1. Fight. KO. Round 2. Fight. KO. Round 3. Fight. KO. Round 4. Fight.
Vem aqui. Morra!
KO. Final round. Fight. Perfect. You win.
his production for 9 months, every day, while you paid him a check, while he stole from you because he didn't have the courage to walk on you, and also affects everyone around you. See, I'm obsessed. I know this is going on. I just deal with the truth. I look all the time. Who's quitting me? Who's leaving? Who's already gone? Who's walking out of here, okay? I know who they are before they leave. It doesn't surprise me. I expect to lose people when I hire them. I expect that they won't be with me forever. I tell my wife constantly, people come and go, baby. They're gonna come and they're gonna go. Don't be surprised. She gets all hurt. Oh, I can't believe he left. I thought he was gonna be with us forever. You should assume that the only people who will be left in your business at the end are you. And that's okay, okay? Don't let it get you down. Hire more, okay? And hire again and again and again. You're not gonna wreck your business because you lose a few people. You're gonna wreck it because you quit recruiting people. You deserve to grow your business. You cannot win the game of business on defense full time. You have to, sooner or later, you gotta move the ball down the field. You gotta bring new people into your organization. Keep it fresh and young. You deserve to grow your business and make it a household name. Everybody needs to know your name. And you can't do it without others helping you get the word out. You need people to get the word out. Fresh people, excited people. You need people who will run through walls for you, for themselves, and for their families to grow your business and their income. And they need to understand, for them to get new income, the company needs more income. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about branding, reputation, people talking. That doesn't mean you can expect everyone to do so. You need to be obsessed with finding unbelievable people, perpetually finding unbelievable people, and you need to borrow, spend. If you gotta steal other people from other businesses, you do whatever it takes, okay? Do whatever is necessary to get your people to buy into your culture and get rid of those who don't, and repeat this over and over. Reward performance and penalize everything else. Look, I have a policy that is announced to every person when they're hired. You will never be given a raise because of how long you work here. Ever. Do not come to me and say, I've been here 3 years now, give me some gold coins. Do you want a raise? You want a bonus? Earn it. Just the same way I do. The real world, okay? The real world is this. You want new money, how do you get it? Since the beginning of time, when they started printing money, if you wanted money, caveman, desert man, whatever, wherever you were on this planet, okay? Viking boy, he wanted gold coin, he had to go get it, okay? Same thing, you come work here, okay? I don't care if you've been building ships for 100 years, you've been selling camels for 1,000 years, you've been selling flying carpets for 1,000,000 years, okay? Or you worked in some other planet.
New challenger.
I have to create. The responsibility to earn more money is on the employee, not on the employer money, okay? I don't give employees bonuses just because they've been at a job for a year or because it's Christmas or Thanksgiving or it's their birthday. Years ago, an employee came to me and said, I've been here 12 months. I think it's time for a raise. I said to her, dude, I was hoping that after 12 months you'd be doing more for the company than just the job we hired you to do. You feeling what I'm saying? You want more money? Give me more money. In fact, you brought it to my attention now that you've been here 12 months and hadn't made me any more money than the first 12 days you were here. So you're actually becoming less valuable to me, not more valuable to me, when most people, when they get more intelligent, they should be worth more. You feeling what I'm putting out? Because I'm obsessed with the growth. That means I need the employee to grow, not just me to grow. Give me more money, baby. Don't just do your job. I already pay you fairly for the job. 12 months doesn't mean you're worth more to me. Any more than 12 years means you're worth more to me. Look, I don't hire people to just do their job. I don't keep my hair cut the same way. I don't use the same clothes after 12 years, okay? Notice I might have a different hairstyle, a different belt, different shoes. And maybe I gotta have some different people. Or I gotta get my different people to be different over time. I don't hire people that just do their jobs. I hire people to help me grow my company. If you want to raise, increase the income of your department. Increase the income of your department or reduce the cost of the operation of that department. Or better yet, since you've been here so damn long, I want you to do both. Show me how to get more with less. Or how about this? How about you don't do it with less, we just get 10x more. Produce more than what we pay you to do, and you will earn a bonus. Give me a lead. Get me a referral. Get me a name. Get me a brand. Get me in the newspaper. Get me on TV. Get me on social. Get me somewhere. I will not give you a bonus for being loyal. That was expected. I will not give you a bonus for being a good communicator. That was expected. By the way, that's what you told me you were when I hired you. I will not give you a bonus for being a team player. You knew you were joining the team. I will not give you a bonus because you're organized or punctual. That's what you said on the resume, okay? I will not give you a bonus because you've been here a long time or because Jesus' birthday is coming up.
New challenger.
Some of you don't even believe in Jesus. Why would I give you a bonus? I expect all the qualities that you've talked about, and I've already paid for those qualities. And furthermore, when I fire you, I will fire you, by the way, if you can't deliver on the expected qualities that you've given me for the last 12 months. People are being set up for failure in the way you hire them. People are being set up for failure in life. People are being set up for failure by mommy and daddy and society and education when they're given raises for the wrong things. I pay a bonus when you get the company a bonus. You get me new money, you get me new leads, you get me new opportunities, I give you a bonus. You do above and beyond what was asked of you, and hey, you get a bonus. The same way the world pays me is how I am going to exchange with others. And it's not...
Round one. Fight. Il mio potere. KO. Round two. Fight. All set. Round 3. Fight. All set. Round 1. Fight. All set. Il mio potere. KO. Round 2. Fight. All set. All set. KO. Round 3. Fight. All set. All set. Perfect. You lose. Niente male. Get ready for the next battle.
c'è spazio per i dilettanti.
Come and get some. I dare you.
Round one. Fight.
All set. Il mio potere.
Great. Round three. Fight.
All set.
Round four. Fight.
All set. Il mio potere.
KO. Final round. Fight.
All set. Il mio potere.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Sirio disperda le tenebre.
Any different for any department. The top executives in my business get fair salaries, not high salaries, fair salaries, and then are rewarded based on the combined bottom line of departments paid quarterly. Okay? What do you want? You want a guarantee or you want an opportunity? Because I know what I want. I want an opportunity. I don't need a guarantee. You just give me an opportunity. You give me a big fat opportunity to chase down and freaking grab from the back, break that spinal cord in half and suck the bone marrow right out of that thing. That's all I want. Okay, I don't need a guarantee. And that's the kind of people I want around me. Those people are on this planet, but you got to look for a different quality. Managers of departments are paid bonuses each month on net income for hitting targets in excess of the cost of running their departments. And what I could achieve, this is very important to understand, and what I can achieve without their efforts. So if I bring a new person in to run a department and we're already hitting this number, I pay them a bonus on anything above that, not what I've already achieved. I bring a coach on. Hey man, show me how to go faster. Show me how to get more. Show me how to be more places. And I'm only paying you for what I attain above that. I do this for all the people across all departments, including those departments. And look, this doesn't fit for some people. If it doesn't fit, good. Let's not hire you. Including all those departments who would otherwise be completely disconnected from revenue. I have people that work in my companies that are not connected to the revenue of a department that can actually get rewarded for the revenue of another department. For instance, the technology department is filled with people who've never even earned commissions. I said, look, you're going to earn a bonus. Oh, what does the commission mean? Dude, look, I'm going to show you actually how to out-create every month what we've done. I've completely changed how these people see their earnings, okay? This month they got sad faces. They're all in there gloomy because they've gotten so used to earning commissions every month. They didn't perform this month, now they pay the price. Rewards and penalties. I cannot continue.
Thank you for tuning in to my live broadcast. It's 5:43 a.m. on Boxing Day, 2017. See you tomorrow. Thank you, and see you when you tune in next time.